Hi guys! So I said I would try to film yesterday when it was the weekend and there was more chance of a light, but obviously that didn't happen. And now it's Monday and I'm back from work, so the daylight is gone and the lighting is all funny, but we're gonna try to work with that. And I'm here to do my combined September and October wrap-up, which is not much because I've been in a terrible reading slump and I haven't read that much at all. But yeah, you can see my new wardrobe at the background. That's changed. I have my new bookshelf and new wardrobe and I'm very much liking them both. So it looks a bit different in my room. Let's go to the wrap-up and I'll see if I still remember anything from what I've read. So the first book I read in September was The Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. It was okay, I gave it 3 stars. I think it was totally different from what I was expecting it to be. If you're not familiar with the series, it tells about this girl who's working in these salt mines of Endovia, and she's given a chance to win back her freedom by becoming the king's assassin. But to become that, she has to assassin a bunch of other assassins. But yeah, weird stuff starts to happen and it just wasn't going in the direction I was expecting it to go, and I don't know. But I've heard that the series gets better as it goes along and I already have like the following books in the series, so I'm gonna continue with it. But yeah, 3 stars. The next book I read in September was My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Varga, and I think this is gonna get compared to All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, because this also deals with teenagers who want to commit suicide, and I think I like this more than All the Bright Places. I gave this like 3.75 star rating on Goodreads. It did take a kind of expected turn at the end of the book. I think I still preferred this to All the Bright Places. Then the last thing I managed to read in September was a graphic novel by Jonathan Luna and Sarah Vaughan, and that is Alex and Ada, Volume 1. This tells about these robots living among humans, kind of like artificial intelligence, or what is it, robot life, something like that, films, kind of similar to those. So once upon a time the robots were sentient, and when they started to rebel against the humans, so they were made unsentient. Unsentient, is that a word? Again. But the main character, who ends up getting a robot girlfriend, wants to make her sentient again, and the story goes from there. And yeah, it was kind of interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to continue with this. I think I gave this 3 stars as well, so it was a month of average books for me. So the first thing I read in October was Saga Volume 5. I was so excited to get to this because I adore Saga, and this was still really excellent. I gave this 4 stars. I think I would have preferred this more if I had remembered everything that happened in the last volume, so maybe I have to go back and read them again, because Volume 4 came out last December or so, and there had been, you know, a gap of 10 months between reading Volume 4 and Volume 5, so I had forgotten stuff. But yeah, overall really good still. And this graphic novel tells about this couple who belong to the opposing sides of war, and they have a baby together, and yeah, shit goes down basically. People are after them and they get separated, and yeah, it's just really exciting and really good. Then I read another little black classic by Penguin, and that was Woman Much Missed by Thomas Hardy, and these are basically poems that he wrote after his wife's death. And yeah, really heartbreaking and really good poems. But I don't think I'm the one to kind of, I don't know, I haven't read that much poetry, so I don't know what makes a good poem basically. But I did enjoy this and I gave this 3 stars. Then I read tonight The Streets Are Ours by Leila Sales. And this one tells about this girl, Arden, who's really loyal, and she's kind of tired being loyal to people that she thinks don't care about her. After her mom kind of takes off and leaves to New York, she gets like really fed up with everything and starts reading this blog and thinks that she's found her soulmate basically in this boy who lives also in New York, and decides to take a road trip to see him. But not all is as it seems, and she's about to discover that. And yeah, it was okay. Again, I think I gave this 3 stars. Yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't like spectacular in my opinion. But nice read. The best thing about this book is definitely the cover, which I like a lot. And the last thing I read in October was The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, and this one I really liked. Gave this 4 stars. It has 3 stories, I think, yes. The Yellow Wallpaper, The Rocking Chair and Old Water, and they all kind of sort of horror stories in a way. The Yellow Wallpaper tells about this woman who goes mad because she's basically locked up in her room and she's not allowed to leave. I think the husband was quoting like female hormones or something after she had a baby or something. And yeah, it was really creepy, like how she slowly but surely went mad. Also, I really liked the Rocking Chair, even though it was kind of I knew what was gonna happen, but it was still really scary. And Old Water took me totally by surprise. And those were all the books I managed to read in September and October. Here they are. And that's not much at all. I'm hoping to do better in November, but we'll see. Hopefully this slump is about to end, because I've been in it since the end of August and it's just horrible. I keep starting books and not finishing them. And maybe that's because all the books I've been trying to read have been fantasy, which is probably not the best genre to go for when you're in a reading slump, but what can you do? I have so many fantasy books I want to read and just not going too well. Oh well. But let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books and what did you think, and have you read any good books recently? Give me some tips how to get out of this slump.